As both a book lover and an author, I need to weigh in on this entire audiobooks versus physical books discourse that's been going around recently. Every single person who tries to argue that audiobooks are a not valid form of reading are basing every single one of their arguments in superiority complexes and elitism, and I'll tell you why. Over the past 20 to 25 years, I'm not sure when it happened, but somehow, some way, the number of books that you read in a year has become like kind of a mark of status, right? People try to use it in order to feel like they are better than other people, instead of all of us just coming together to enjoy this hobby that we're supposed to love very much. And it's probably the worst thing that happened to this hobby since books started costing like a minimum of $25 a piece. And again, I'm not sure why this happened or when this happened, but it does kind of bring up the point that a lot of people try everything they can in their power to discredit other people for the amount of books that they read. There are tons of reasons why somebody might use an audiobook, and I'm very certain that we couldn't name all of them, but just a few off the top of my head. One, maybe people are busy. They have a lot of stuff that they have to do outside of like their normal job. So they have chores and they have to take care of kids and they have to run to the bank and run grocery stores and things like that. So audiobooks allow them to listen while they're doing their tasks, or perhaps they work a job that allows them to listen to stuff. So in order to get as many books in as they can, they use audiobooks in place of like a podcast or their favorite album or whatever the case may be. Maybe people don't have really good grip strength, or there's something wrong with their hands, so they can't physically hold a book, and crouching over a desk to read a book you flattened out is not comfortable and never has been. People have problems with their eyes and they can't always access things like magnifying glasses, or maybe there's not a proper tool that allows their hands and their eyes to work together. Whatever the case may be, if you try to discredit somebody for the amount of books they've read or the fact that they consider themselves a reader just because they listen to audiobooks, it is only because you are trying to feel like you are better than them. You're trying to feel like you're more superior to them. And no, I don't care what bullshit argument you try to come up with. Every single one that I've seen, every single one, including, oh, well, if a parent reads to a kid, was the kid reading? Yes, the kid was reading. Yes, they were. They were reading with their parent, because that is how that works. That's how that's always worked. That's why it's so imperative for language and comprehension development for parents to read to their children, because that counts as reading. The action of reading and the hobby of reading are two entirely different things, and y'all can't seem to get that through your heads. But I just know that this comment section on this video is going to be full of people who are very desperate to try to pretend like they're not being elitist assholes when they attempt to discredit people who listen to audiobooks. Got this whole video done in 3 minutes this time instead of 15. Holy shit.